Hi ladies, welcome to this week's Women's Empowerment webinar. I'm going to give you about 2 to maybe 3 minutes to get your teams on, get pens, paper, anything you need to take notes, and get your teams on. We're going over some very important information from one of the breakout sessions that myself and some of my team attended while we were at convention. So I'm going to give you again about 2, maybe 3 minutes, and then we're going to get this started, all right? So I'll see you ladies in a couple minutes. All right, ladies, I hope everyone's ready and on. If not, you can start getting your teams on and your pens and papers ready. So again, welcome to this week's Women's Empowerment webinar. My name is Amanda Siller. I'm a silver leader within the Alliance. I live in Citrus County, Florida. Most people don't know where that is. It's on the west coast of Florida near the Gulf of Mexico. So at convention, there were many different breakout sessions full of information. The only downfall was you could only go to 5. I did end up going to one twice, but that's only because they had different people 2 days, and I really wanted to hear what these leaders had to say. But this first breakout session I went to was Young Professionals, and it was hosted by Brad Alkazin and Alex Morton. And if you guys have not heard of them, definitely look them up, watch videos, learn from them. They have made serious success into this through this business, and they have helped a lot of people become successful as well. So first I'm going to go over what Brad was talking about. Now, the whole theme of convention was focus. It was all about getting your mind right, getting your mindset, figuring out exactly what you want, focusing on it, and making it happen. Complete tunnel vision to exactly where you want to go and exactly to what you want to succeed with. So a few weeks before, well, maybe about a month or 2 before, I was in a low place. I was in a really low place, and most people were like, Amanda, I can't see you having depression or anxiety or dealing with any of that, but I do personally, and this isn't to try boo-hoo me, but I just want to bring this to show how amazing this company is and how amazing the team is and how much of a family we are. So I was kind of down, just in the dumps, feeling sorry for myself, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So basically, I was like, you know what? I'm very excited for this coming up week in Arizona. I feel like it's going to really, really change my mindset. It's going to bring me back to how I used to be. I'm going to get a better vision. I'm going to make the decision to make my dreams happen, my successes happen, as well as help my team and figure out exactly what they want to do and help them get to that point. So long story short, I get to convention, and the title, the whole focus was focus. It was all about changing your paradigms and your mindset and figuring out exactly what you want to do and making those happen. So it's like when you don't go to church for about a month and then you come back and you feel like they're speaking directly to you. That's how I felt at convention. So basically, Brad was talking about how to create steady growth in your business. And you might want to write this down. The word focus, you write on each line Focus. And for F, follow. O, one. C, course. U, until. And S, successful. So follow one course until successful. So I know I have a problem with ADD and OCD trying to do 17 things at once, and it's very hard to finish or be successful in one of those because I'm trying to juggle everything around and figure everything out when really I just need to pick one thing and just get it done. Then I can get to the next thing, and you don't even realize how much more productive you are when you work like that. So you need to follow one course until successful. Focus. Follow one course until successful. So then he went into 3 or 4 things that are very, very important when creating steady growth. First is duplication. Compound interest. If you read The Compound Effect, I'm about to be starting that book. If you take a penny and you double it every single day, by the end of the year, I'm pretty sure it's, I want to say over $1 million. Maybe that's dramatic. I'm not really sure, but I do know that it is a large sum of money. So if you're personally working on yourself and working on your business just a little bit at a time, every single day, eventually it's going to compound together and it's going to become duplicatable. And every single day it's just going to get better. Every single week your business is going to get stronger. Every single RA, your rank is going to be even closer to the next one, if not just one after the other. Every single month your team is going to become stronger. It's going to be more duplicatable. Now, we have 3 things that are extremely duplicatable. We have 1, the tools. We have the videos set up. If you guys have not watched the 2 brand new videos, they were launched at convention. The first one's the Vima Lifestyle. The second one is how Vima pays you, and it goes over the brand new 2 and Go system. Absolutely amazing. As well as if you have not watched the Alliance video, you need to watch it. It's an amazing tool. That's the very first thing that I show anyone when they're like, what's the Alliance? You just explain, we empower people to do better physically and financially. Oh, well, how do you do that? Well, if I were to send you a video, would you have time to watch it right now? Or whenever you're free, let me know and I'll send you the link. Boom. Then that's when you leverage to a call. But you want to give them a preview before you just word vomit everything about the Alliance and the products and everything to them right away. And we also have the flip book. This tool right here is absolutely amazing. If you're in a one-on-one, face-to-face, use this. There is no reason why you should not have one of these. It explains everything. And it's not like you have to be like this looking at it and then showing them. It's the exact same thing on the back. So when you're showing them, you can look at it and know what page you're on and what you're speaking to them about. So this has only progressed. We got these new ones at convention. If you do not have one, I'm pretty sure it's like $3 to $6. Okay? Get one of these. Get multiple of these. Pass them out to your team. Be that leader that supplies their team with the tools that they need to better themselves and their business. If you're on a Skype, Uvu, Hangouts call, go to the Vima website, go to Flipbook, or go to your back office, click on Flipbook, and you can go to the PowerPoint presentation, and you can share your screen with the people you're on Hangouts with. And you can actually just go through the PowerPoint while you're talking about it. You can either look at that one or look at the notes that are on the back of your actual Flipbook while you're sharing it. Have them mute their mics and just go. And if they have a question, they can unmute their mic and ask a question. Answer it, mute the mic, and not mute the mic so that you can't hear them or they can't speak to you, but mute the mic, turn off their cameras so that you have better quality with the video, because I mean, I don't have a MacBook or anything special yet, so I have to basically conserve as much of the signal that I can so that I can show the PowerPoint with ease. But anyways, that is simple over a call too. If you're at a home event, use the PowerPoint. Just flip through it while you're talking and everyone can see it. You don't need to read word for word. You just kind of speak like it's a conversation. Everyone will read while you're looking at it. So we have the Flipbook. Number 2, events. Events are a big deal, guys. I actually just talked to part of them on my team, and the other half of them are cross lines of mine. Work together as a team. We're a family. It doesn't matter if you're cross line, up line, down line, sideline, friggin' end zone, touchdown, whatever the heck you are. We're a family. We're all here for the same thing. We all have a common goal, so we need to work together. If you're helping another team, sure, it's not benefiting you at that time, but you speaking at their events, you meeting other people, you talking to people about the products or the opportunity, you are bettering yourself. You are bettering your team because you guys are there learning from other people. And it's up to leaders to create sustained growth. So we are trying to create steady growth. We're following the system, but it's up to you. Become a leader and make this something that goes on in your daily life every single day so that you are able to prove that it's possible to make happen. So that you can show that growth in your business, growth in your team is possible. And when your team sees you doing it, they're going to want to do exactly what you do. Because as we've heard since the beginning, find someone who has what you want, do what they do, say what they say. You're going to get what they have every single time. It doesn't fail, guys. You need to take advice from the people who have what you want, but you also need to do what they do, because they're not doing it just for fun. They're not doing it just because they have to. They're doing it because they found out that that's exactly what it takes to make their dreams come true and make their team's dreams come true. So then number 3, recognition. If you have your newest team member rank up to bronze, you need to recognize them. Post on the Facebook page. Send them a text. Shout them out to your whole team. At the next event, congratulate them. If you have in one RA 5 out of 10 people on your team rank advance, have them stand up and everyone at the event clap for them. Completely recognize them. Completely make them feel like you absolutely realize and actually care that they're ranking up. Because people who get recognition and you show that you care, they are 110% more likely to work even harder for the next RA to get that recognition again, because that makes people feel good. And then the next bullet point was team. We are all a team. And with this new 2 and Go system, everything is uniform. and we have a specific strategy. Tom Alkazin says if you're not following this 2 and go system, you're not going to make it. Everything in the entire business is now uniform. We have a strategic way to make things happen, and you need to follow it. The system is already in place. People have already become successful with it. So why try to change it? You know, it's not that hard. In football, you can't just go and change the rules, or someone calls out a play and you're the only person. You're like, just going to switch things up a bit. No, that's going to mess up the entire team. They're not going to know what's going on, and you're probably going to friggin' get a flag thrown, or you're not even going to be close to the end zone. So you need to follow the plan that is already set. Follow the strategy that is set in front of you, so you know that it's possible to be successful by doing that. So underneath team, there's 4 points. Well, I would say 5 points. Number 1 is integrity. Number 2 is your vision. What do you value? What is your vision for your success? What do you want to make happen? When you have that vision, you need to plant that in your mind. Draw it out. Write it out. Read it every day. And plant it into your mind. Imprint it into your subconscious mind so much that that's literally, you believe that it's already happening. And then you're going to bring it into your life. Just shifting your paradigm, as Bob Proctor preaches all the time. That is what he does, is help people shift their paradigms. That is how he is so successful, because he shifted his paradigm from a kid who didn't graduate high school, who dropped out, got fired from his first job, couldn't keep a job, was broke, and then all of a sudden shifted his paradigm, did exactly what someone told him to do, made it happen, and look where he is today. He's teaching us to do the same exact thing. So we can't be stubborn. We need to listen to the people who have that we want and do that. We need to make that happen. Number 3, personal development. If you're not reading something every day, listening to an audio, talking to your mentor and getting advice from them, you're not personally developing yourself. The only person that you should compete against is the person you were yesterday. It's the only one that you need to try and be better than, is the person you were yesterday. Because who you were yesterday is not who you are today. And who you are today is not who you have to be tomorrow. You can literally better yourself every single day. Eric Worre was talking about it. I want to find this. If you improve yourself 0.03% a day, 0.03% a day, that's like 8 minutes a day, maybe. Sounds good. 8 to 10 minutes a day. Make it 15 to 30 if you really want to. If you are working on improving yourself 0.03% a day, in 1 year you're going to be 100% better. 100% better. And I don't know about you, but that sounds absolutely fantastic. And then the next year you'd be 200% better. Year after that, 400% better. You can only get better from here. It can only get better from here, guys. So personally develop every single day. Don't spend a whole day reading a book and wondering why you're not making money. No, spend a little bit of time growing your mind, and then put that to use with your business. And number 4, set a level of achievement. Set exactly what you want to do, even if it's just that day, even if it's just in an hour. Set exactly what you want to achieve and do what it takes to make that happen. Then, the next day, make the list a little longer. Start tomorrow with just one thing you want to achieve. Then the next day, 2 things. Then 3 things. And then set something for a whole week and give yourself a week to do everything. For an RA, set it for that. For a whole month, whatever. RA month, same difference. And number 5, behavior. You need to step up as a leader for your team. Step up as a leader for your team, guys. And it's up to leaders to create sustained growth. It is up to you to become a leader. So you need to do these things that it takes to be a leader. It's not being bossy. It's not telling people what to do. It's figuring out exactly what people want to do with their lives and helping them achieve that. That's a leader. It's getting up in front of that home event or that PBR that you are absolutely terrified to speak at, but expressing the knowledge that you have learned by personally developing and by going to these other events and listening to the leaders and sharing that with people. Sharing this opportunity, getting up there and being the person to share it, being the person to present the flip book. That way, people will come to you for questions, and eventually you're going to get used to it. And it's an amazing, amazing feeling. And then, so we have duplication, team, and now we have building a team. When it comes to building a team, you need to realize that you need to create a blueprint, create a foundation. How do you want your team to be? Yes, we have a strategy for building the business, but you kind of have to create your own blueprint and your own foundation for your team, because every area of the world is different. Every area of a city is different. And every area of a team is different because every person is different. So you really have to create that foundation, create that blueprint, but make it comfortable to where it's not like bossy, you have to do this, strict, that's the word. Don't make it to where it's strict. Don't have a team that's not fun, but don't have a team that's overly fun where the only time you spend time together is when you're out getting drunk. Get together once a week, twice a week, do calls, do personal development, have a practice event, just you guys sit there and have one person at a time get up, share their testimony. The people who are most scared, have them share their testimony. Or the people who are most scared, have them go up and do the flip book. By the end of the flip book, I bet they have it down pat and they're so excited they want to do it all over again. Just make them wait their turn for the next time. And I promise you, they're going to be more comfortable. Did that with the team in Ocala, which is about an hour from here. So many people got so much better with speaking in front of people. And I know it's hardest to speak in front of people that you know, or at least it is for me. But then they're going to get so comfortable talking in front of you guys that when they're in front of a room of strangers, they're just going to pretend that it's all you guys and that no one's judging them. And you have to remember, it's like when I did dance. What if I mess up? No one knows that you messed up because they don't know the routine. Only you know the routine. Yeah, your fellow dance members and your team and your teacher is going to know, but the people in the audience don't know. You just have to play it off. Just get back into the groove. If you forget something, just kind of stand there for a second. Maybe it will look like a ripple or something, and just stand there and then get right back into where you next remember it. So if you're doing the flip book and you're not looking at the screen, you're going on and on and on, and then you forget exactly what you were talking about, just look back and be like, okay, so we just recapped on how you can change your financial standpoint. So now let's go over the physical standpoint. We have body boot camps, and then just kind of go back in. No one knows that you messed up except you. Or if you're like me, just make a joke about yourself, and you'll laugh and they'll laugh and everybody's comfortable. So create that blueprint, create that foundation that's comfortable for people. And then there's 3 steps. 1, you need to come up with your own story, but it needs to be simple, relatable, and duplicatable. You don't need to go in on how you were enrolled and how this person enrolled you and then got the money and quit or whatever and make it sound crazy and stupid. Because sure, that happens because you get a fast start bonus and then sometimes people leave, but they didn't take your money. You bought the product. So you need to make it simple. Simple story. I was introduced to this amazing, amazing opportunity. I had some questions, got them answered, but here I am today, completely passionate about exactly what I'm talking about. And that's relatable because so many people hear about the opportunity, ask the questions, get them answered, and then they're either here today or they're not. And then you need to make it duplicatable so that the newest person can explain how they were shared an opportunity, they had their questions answered, and now they're so into the physical part or the financial business side or both that they're ready to share with everyone around them. 2, you need to create a schedule. And you need to have your entire team create a schedule so that you guys are on the same schedule. But he said reverse engineer your plan. So here's your schedule. This is exactly where you want to be, but you need to go backwards and figure out each step that it's going to take to get to where you want to go. Okay? You have to figure out each individual step, each individual motion, action that you have to do to get to that point. And then 3, system. We have a system that is in place, and we have a system that is proven to work. So you need to defend that system. Your team needs to follow that system. And if they're not following that system, I'm sorry, but I would not want to work with them. Because if they want to make things happen, they're going to do what it takes. But with this, doing what it takes is following the system that's at hand. So, like I said, creating steady growth, focus, you're going to follow one course until successful. Then there's duplication, having a team and how your team should be. They should have integrity, a vision with values, personally develop, set a level of achievement, and have a behavior of being a leader. And then building a team. So that was what Brad was talking about. And then I'll quickly go through what Alex was talking about. There's 7 steps to what he was talking about. Number 1, awareness. You need to be completely aware of your plans and goals as well as your teams. Actually, I'm going to look this up really quick. There was a picture today that was posted, and the picture was of Bob Proctor, and it says 13% of us have clearly defined goals. 87% of us have no clearly defined direction in life. So, okay, 13% know exactly where they want to go. 87% have no clearly defined direction of where they want to go. 87% have no idea what they want to do. They're like, yeah, I have an idea, but it's not set in stone. But only 3% of us have our goal in writing. Bob Proctor passed out one of his cards that you write exactly your clearly defined goal and your clearly defined direction of where you want to go in life, and you carry that around with you everywhere you go. Figure out exactly where you want to go and exactly how you want to get there, and nothing will stop you. Read it every single day. But if you're one of the 87%, you have got to create a direction of your life. Figure out exactly what your passion is and make that happen. Where do you want to be in 10 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be next year? Figure that out and figure out exactly what it takes to get there. Then you'll be part of the 13%. But if you really want to make things happen, you need to be part of the 3%. And that 3% are the people who write it down. They read it every day. They look at it multiple times a day. And then they rewrite it over and over every single day so that it is put in their mind that they know no matter what, they're going to make it happen. So yes, you need to be aware of your direction in life, and you need to be aware of your goals and your desires. But most importantly, you need to be aware of your team's goals, desires, and direction in life. If you don't know where they want to go, how are you going to get to where you want to go? Because no one can succeed in this unless we're helping each other. We're a team, we are a family, and the hardest thing to do on someone's birthday is try and find them a present when you have no clue what they want. And once you get them a present that you know that they like, that feeling that you have that you got to get them exactly what they wanted, that is an amazing feeling to give. So why not figure out exactly what your newest enroller or your newest affiliate or your newest customer wants out of these products or out of this business, and to make that happen for them. Help them get to that point. Help them write out exactly what it's going to take to get there and work together. The more you help others, the more life is going to give that back to you. I really believe in karma. And I really, really believe that God has a plan for all of us, but it feels a lot better to give, because the more you give, you're eventually going to receive. It is going to come back to you. And I understand, make yourself a priority in your life. I'm working on making myself happy before others, but what makes me happy is helping others achieve the goals that they want to achieve, helping others become successful in exactly what they want to do. So what we need to do is figure out exactly what our team wants, take inventory of where they are and exactly where they want to be, as well as take inventory of where you are and where you want to be, and then make all of those things happen together and keep each other accountable. Number 2, your wants. This goes with the awareness. What you really want comes from the essence of who you are. Think about that. What you really want comes from the essence of who you are. So yeah, some people just want money, cars, girls, whatever, but that shows who they really are. Yes, money, cars, people are cool. Cars are my favorite, but I would rather have a car than a person. But anyway, if there's not something kind in there, you have to, I don't know. I don't want to judge people because everyone has their different wants, but what you really want comes from the essence of who you are. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And, sorry, hold on. Yes, we all want to be selfish sometimes, but sometimes you have to be selfless to get the things that you want. And that goes with being aware and helping your team. Have a winning mentality. Know exactly what you want. Know exactly what you want. And have that winning mentality for your team and know exactly what your team wants. And 95% of success is right in between your ears, guys. It is all your mind. Well, your mind is not an actual object. Bob Proctor taught us that at convention. But 95% of success is right between your ears. Your brain is absolutely magnificent. Your conscious and your subconscious and how it controls you is so unbelievable. I can't even get into that right now. But you need to realize that you need to know exactly what you want. You need to know exactly what it's going to take to get there. And you need to figure out who you are as a person. Number 3, decision. Like I said last webinar, make the decision to make things happen. Make the decision to help your team get to where they want to be. Make the decision to be here a year from now. Make the decision to be here 10 years from now. The ability to stay with the course, improve, and learn from failures, no matter what, is absolutely amazing. But making a decision is the ability to stay with the course, improve, and learn from failures. So FOCUS as an acronym is follow one course until successful. So you're making the decision to stay with this course, improve the entire time, and learn from your failures. There's no such thing as a loss. You either win or you learn. You need to embrace your failures. Because learning from your failures, you're only becoming more knowledgeable. You're only bettering yourself. You're only improving in any situation. And you need to do whatever it takes to make your decision happen. Number 4 is commitment. Commitment is what separates the amateurs from the professionals. If you make the commitment to make something happen, that's just like having a clearly defined goal. You're completely separated from the 87% of amateurs. And 13% is a semi-professional. That 3% that has their goal in writing, those are the professionals. Those are the people that make things happen. Make the necessary sacrifices. Don't go out 4 days a week while you're in college. I know it's fun. I did it my first semester in college. Went to Cabana on Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, had just crazy Fridays because it was the weekend, and then Saturday, why not? But that really only made me more depressed, and I was not succeeding in life as I should have been. Make the necessary sacrifices. Sleep is a sacrifice. Giving up sleep, that is a sacrifice. I love sleep. But sometimes you just have to. Last night I was halfway asleep, and I got a text asking if I could get on to do a flip book for a leveraged call. I got my happy butt right out of bed, and I got on that webinar. And it absolutely made my entire night. So you need to make the necessary sacrifices. And you also need to stay in the game through the ups and downs. If things are going great, you better be ready for that downfall. I'm going to put it bluntly. You have got to be ready for that negative to come around. And when things are going bad, you have got to stay, what's the word? You've got to stay hopeful. Like the Lokai bracelet. I'm not wearing mine. It's across my room right now. But the highest point of the earth, Mount Everest, there's water in that very first rubbery bead. And it tells you to stay humble when you're at your highs. And then the black bead, rubbery bead, has mud from the Dead Sea. And it reminds you to stay hopeful during the hard times, during your down times. So stay in the game through the ups. And while you're at your ups, stay humble. And when you're at your lowest point, stay hopeful, because things will always get better. Number 5 is accountability. Stay accountable for the people on your team. Create accountability partners throughout your team. Don't try to take on too many people at once. For 1 to 3 RAs, or maybe just 1 RA or a quarter, have one accountability partner. Then after that, for the next quarter, switch it around. Everyone pick names out of a hat. Or be that leader and decide who can work with who best, or who should try to work with who best. Or have groups, and every group will just jumble up every time. Servant leadership. That is a true leader. Is someone who is going to do whatever it takes to help the people on their team. They're not going to be that king or that queen. They're going to be the servant. They're going to be the one who is getting up at 2 a.m. to get on a call for their friend who has someone all the way in Australia or somewhere that has a crazy time zone to help their team to do a leverage call. The servant leader is the one who is at work secretly texting to help with how they should reply to their friend because they're nervous and they forgot how to say it. The servant leader is the one who is driving an hour to work with a team that's not theirs. And you need to do what you say you're going to do. Don't say, oh yeah, I'll be at that event, and then make up something of why something came up. Don't say, yeah, I'll be on the webinar. Yeah, I'll host the webinar, and then make up some excuse of why you can't do the webinar. Don't say you're going to meet up for the one-on-one and not show up. Don't say you're going to host an event and someone brings 12 people to your house and you're in your pajamas watching Netflix and you're like, oh, I thought I told you it was canceled. Or maybe I just canceled it in my mind. Awkward. Sorry. We'll have to do this another time. What do you look like to that person and to those 12 people? Your newest affiliate just lost 12 exposures because you did not stay accountable for yourself, nor did you stay accountable for your team. So everyone needs to be accountable for each other, and everyone needs to work together as a team, as a family, as the alliance. That is what we are. What we do is empower people to do better physically and financially, but you also need to pay attention to doing that yourself. Because if you're not getting results, how are other people going to believe that they can get results? If you can get results, you can tell them that I'm a normal ass person and here I am getting the results that I've been wanting, and you can do this too, and I will help you get to exactly where you want to be. Number 6 is discipline. This goes with accountability. Give yourself a command and follow it. Make it happen. Write down exactly what you want to do every day. Like I said, start with just one thing that you're going to make sure you do. Like make your bed. Just make your bed. Start that. every single day. Make that your one main thing every day. The second day, add a second thing. Still make your bed, but make sure I eat breakfast. Then the next day, you're going to be making your bed, eating breakfast, and then you're going to have time to do a call that morning because you're up. Or you're going to have time to do personal development or plan your day out. Give yourself a command and follow it. Because I promise you, you're going to feel a lot better when you accomplish even just that 1, 2, or 3 things that day. And you have to realize that everyone wants, everyone is able, but few are willing. So, out of the 100% of people in life, yeah, everyone wants to get somewhere. All 100% of these people from these statistics, you can't even see it, want something. They're all able to do it, but only few are willing. So out of that 16%, or no, that 13%, they're willing, but the 3%, no. Yeah, they're able and willing, but that 3% of the 13 are absolutely willing, and they got into that 3% of our world, of our financial world. The other 87%, they're able, and I'm sure they want to, but they're not willing. They're not willing to create that defined goal. They're not willing to put their goal in writing. The 3%, they're in that 3% of the financial world because they completely made the decision and the commitment to put their goal in writing. And number 7, last one, vision. Bob Proctor says this: see yourself where you want to be, because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. I'm going to say this one more time slowly, maybe twice, so you guys can write this down. See yourself where you want to be, period. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And remember, Bob Proctor said that. I'll say it one more time. This has to do with vision. Number 7, vision. See yourself where you want to be. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And honestly, I'm going to leave it on that point because that is an amazing quote by an amazing, amazing mentor of plenty of us. If you have not heard of Bob Proctor, look him up. Watch The Secret. It's on Netflix. He is an amazing speaker, an amazing man, so wise. And you can actually subscribe to emails from him through his Proctor Gallagher site, and he'll actually send you, I guess, like information, but just like little personal development things or little tips every single day or every week. But thank you for getting on this webinar. I know there are plenty other things you could be doing. If you are at work sneaking on your webinar, hello, don't get in trouble. If you waited to watch this after you got off work, I'm glad that this saves on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel, ladies. Subscribe to this channel. Any guys that are on this for their team, have your ladies subscribe to this channel. You yourself subscribe to this channel. Share it with your teams and get on these webinars every Wednesday, okay? And we might have a special webinar coming up in between this Wednesday and next Wednesday because a couple girls want to host their own. So stay plugged in. I'll post about it, but stay plugged in just in case. And everyone have a great, great night. Add me on Facebook, Amanda Siller. Subscribe to the Women's Empowerment Network YouTube channel. And let's get this week started. Make the commitment to yourself to create a schedule. Figure out exactly what your teammates want to accomplish, and let's all accomplish them together. So have a great night, guys. Bye. See you next week.